Good afternoon, everyone. On the day 12 of the Theorem 2024-25, I would like to express my warm welcome to our chairman, Sir Dr. Shanmugam, and President Engineer Sir Dr. ACS, ACS Arun Kumar Sir, Vice Chancellor, and our Chief Guest, Dr.S.Vairamani, and all other executives. Sports instill plenty of values that help students thrive through life with honesty and responsibility for themselves and others. With these words, I would like to invite Dr. S. Vairamani as chief guest to address our students today. Dr. Vairamani sir has completed BSc Mathematics from Alagappa College in 1970, Masters in Physical Education in 1982, PhD from Alagappa University in 2001 with addition of MA English from Madurai Kamaraj University. His accomplishments are NSNIS Athletics, Bangalore 1981, Yoga Teacher Training, Lonavala 1986, played volleyball for Madurai Kamaraj University in 1972, South Zone Athletics, discus throw 800 meters 1973. He has 23 years of service in Kendriya Vidyalaya as physical education teacher, 19 years of service as head of the department at Dr. NGR Educational and Research Institute. At present, he is working as Dean in Physical Education Department. He has guided two scholars for PhD. He also framed curriculum and syllabus for BSc Yoga, BPEL, and MPhil in Physical Education and implemented in our university. Over to you, sir, for the session.
Thank you very much for your thing. Good afternoon, everybody. Uh, it is a very, very pleasant thing to welcome the students of BTech first year uh, for this academic year. This program is called Diksharam, and Diksharam means welcome with love, affection, everything. உங்கள் வீட்டில் யாராவது புதுசாக வந்தாங்கன்னாக்கா உங்களுக்கு ஆராய்ச்சி எடுக்கிறப்ப அது மாதிரி we do the same thing for you. We warmly welcome you for this university, and that is the program of the function. Uh, can I go with the slide? Right. This student induction program, the purpose of the induction program. Why should we do this induction program or Diksharam program is to help you, the new students, adjust and feel comfortable in the new environment. நீ வந்து புதுசாக ஒரு இடத்துக்கு வர்ற அங்கே ரொம்ப கம்ஃபர்டபுளாக இருக்கணும், அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்ணி புது இடத்துல இருக்கணும். இன்கல்கேட் இன் தம் த இத்தாஸ் அண்ட் கல்ச்சர் ஆஃப் தி இன்ஸ்டியூஷன். இந்த இன்ஸ்டியூஷனுக்குன்னு ஒரு கல்ச்சர் இருக்குது, ஒரு ஒரு நல்ல பேர் இருக்குது. அதை வந்து நீனும் you also must learn in the culture and ethos of the institution. And we will help you to build bonds with other students and faculty members. When you come here, this program of induction will help you to build bonds. You become one another friendly with other students and faculty members. Faculty members are the teachers, those who are going to teach, and other teachers, who from whichever department they are, you must have a very good bond with them and expose you to a sense of larger purpose and self-exploration. The largest purpose of coming into this biggest university is to earn a degree, and by following all the above this thing. And the self-exploration, you have to know what you know, whatever much you know. See, when there is a talent inside you, that should be brought out. That is our main this thing. Um, Now, the another thing is that the main a word called SAGE, SAGE, is given in this Diksharam program. For S stands for socializing, A stands for associating, G stands for governing, and E stands for experiencing. See, socializing means meeting other new students, புதுசாக வர்ற எல்லா ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸையும் பார்க்கணும். சீனியர் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸு, student union, but in our university there is no student union. Then lectures by eminent people, and you may have very eminent people, many eminent people visiting our institute and giving you lectures. That is called socializing. That is becoming one among everything, meeting new students, senior students, and other things. The next one is you have to associate yourself in visits to university, college, nearby colleges, department, branch, and program of study, and important places on campus, local area, city, and so on. See, in this university, you have 4 campuses, and all these things you may visit to for all the 4 campuses and find out what are all available. This thing that is called association. You have to get yourself well known the the various departments of the university. Where are they? How many people are there, like that? The next one is governing. See the rules and regulations and student support. Whatever the rules and regulations are available in this university that is being followed by other students, you should also follow. It is very simple. If you don't follow, you will have a negative impact. Whatever the staff members, the faculty members, your dean, your joint registrar, everybody, whatever they say, simply if you follow, you will be very fine. The next one is experiencing. You may have subject lectures, study skills, small group activities, physical activity, about which I am going to speak largely because I am a specialist in physical activity. Then creative and performing arts. Creative performing arts means dance, silambam, karate, or singing, or musical, using musical instruments, like that. Whatever talent you have, you you will be exposed to all these things. It is up to you to use them. Then literary activities, uh, extempore speeches, essay writing competitions, quiz competitions, and all that. By the literary seminary, they will conduct so many competitions. These are all things exposed to you for yourself to get experienced with. Then universal human values. Then, as a whole, you have to love this university and you have to follow this thing, right? The next one is list of activities to be physical activity is the first one. Then second one will be mentoring. See, you will be under the guidance of a particular teacher, along with some 15, 20 students, and you are very free to talk to them about your problems, your achievements, your all the other things that disturbs you. Everything you can talk to your mentor. A mentor is a person who listens to you patiently and solve all your problems. Then familiarization of to the department branch. You have to be you have to know who is the HOD, who is the assistant HOD, who is the joint registrar, and all that. Everything you must know. And because you may belong to various departments now, now is the time that you have to learn computer science department. Where is it? ECE department. Where is it? Mechanical department. Like that. Departments are scattered, and you have to find out where they are. Then creative arts and culture. Creative arts and culture means drawing, then some dancing and all that. Then literary activity, as I said, extrovert speeches, essay writing competition, like that. Lectures by eminent people. Many people from outside world will come here and attend the university and for the purpose of giving you uh, are exposing you to different areas by their speeches. Then visits to your local area. The next one is the extracurricular activities in college. The first one is physical activity. The last one is extracurricular activities in colleges. About these two things, I will emphasize more. Other things, the purpose of this Diksharam program is to expose you to physical activity, mentoring, department familiarization, creative art and culture, literary activity, lectures by eminent people, visit to local area, then extracurricular activities, right? The next, physical activity. Physical activity is daily routine of physical activity with games and sports. இங்கே நம்ம யூனிவர்சிட்டியில் from 2:30 or 3 o'clock onwards, you can come to this department, put up your signature, collect whatever materials you want, play, and as soon as you want to go home, you return them and get your this thing. Since we are having two schemes, morning session and the afternoon session, for the evening session students from 3 o'clock onwards, we will issue materials. But regarding morning students, uh, depending upon the climate, we may allow them to use. The problem is when other classes are going on, if you are playing here inside the campus, you should not make noise. But playing without making noise is useless. But at the same time, you should not disturb somebody who is writing examinations because some Viva was the examination in PhD department may be going on. See, lot of meetings may be going on. You should not disturb by your unwanted noise. Physical activity with games and sports. There can be games in the evening or other suitable times according to the local climate. These would help develop teamwork. We will allow you to develop a team by playing in the morning or evening according to the climate. Each student in this during this course of this Diksharam program, you have to choose one game and learn it for the duration of the induction program and hopefully continue with it later. So உனக்கு நீ சூஸ் பண்ணிட்டு பின்னாடி அதையே கண்டினியூ பண்ணி விளையாண்டுக்கலாம். அதுதான் பிசிக்கல் ஆக்டிவிட்டியினுடைய இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ். பிசிக்கல் ஆக்டிவிட்டி அண்ட் எக்ஸசைஸ். வாட் இஸ் த டிஃபரன்ஸ்? அதாவது நம்ம எல்லாருக்கும் பிசிக்கல் ஆக்டிவிட்டினாக்கா எக்ஸசைஸ்னா physical fitnessனா என்ன? See, you know the terms, but exactly all the three, physical activity, exercises and physical fitness, they appear to be same, but they are different. Physical activity na, you are coming by bicycle regularly, or from the town bus stand you are walking to the college and going back. You are in the college, you are climbing up the stairs to your classes. These are all normal physical activity. But when you do these physical activities, you will be spending some energy, energy expenditure. That is common. If your mother is cooking in the kitchen, she is not simply standing. She will be moving here, doing that, washing this and that. That physical activity results in energy expenditure, right? That is physical activity. Exercise, that is different. It is planned. It is structured and used to improve aspects of physical fitness. See, physical fitness, what are the aspects of physical fitness? A runner needs speed. A runner needs strong legs. A jumper needs a strong leg. A volleyball player needs very good upper body and very good lower body. These are all the things that are necessary for physical fitness, right? Exercises are given and structured and used to improve aspects of physical fitness according to the need. Now, physical fitness is a set of attributes that people can achieve. If you are a volleyball player, you will have normal fitness. And a volleyball player can become a javelin thrower because the activities are almost same. If you are playing table tennis, you can play tennis because these two things, there is a possibility for transfer of learning. All these things. All the three terms, physical activity, exercises, physical fitness, uh, seem very similar, but the differences are in the application. When you apply them, the difference you can find out. A lifestyle that includes physical activity can address all the components of physical fitness. Physical activity, if you do physical activity, or you can almost achieve all the components of physical fitness. Components of physical fitness உனக்கு தெரியாது என்னன்னா ஸ்பீடு, ஸ்ட்ரென்த், your uh, what do you say, energy, I mean stamina. Otherwise, it is called endurance. Then balance, reaction time. All these things. These are all called uh, the physical fitness components. But an exercise program can help you achieve performance-related benefits. But physical fitness அப்படின்னா physical activity மூலமா your fitness வரணும். But at the same time, when you do specific exercises for specific activity, ஒரு ரன்னர், ஒரு ஜம்பர், ஒரு த்ரோயர் அல்லது வேற ஒரு பாக்ஸர், இவங்களுக்கெல்லாம் தனித்தனியா ட்ரைனிங் வேணும். அதுக்கு தனித்தனியான எக்ஸசைசஸ் கொடுக்கணும். அதுதான் எக்ஸசைஸினுடைய இது. When you perform exercises, that becomes a physical activity. At the same time, that gives you physical fitness, but exercises are planned, structured, and used to improve aspects of physical fitness. For individuals interested in maintaining good health, physical activity can be a great place to start. When you do physical activity, you can maintain a very good health. To achieve fitness or additional health-related goals, you will need to incorporate structured and higher intensity exercises in your life. If you want to become a pole vaulter, you have to do certain specific exercises that are necessary for performing that activity. At the same time, சார் எனக்கு ஒன்றும் வேணாம், நான் சும்மா எனக்கு வந்து I should be able to run, I should be able to walk, I should be able to climb the stairs. ஃபிட்னஸ் இருந்தால் எனக்கு போதும் சார், வேறு எதுவுமே வேணாம், நான் வந்து பாடி பில்டர் ஆகலை, அதெல்லாம் பண்ணல, ஒன்று வேணாம்னாக்கா ஓகே, வெரி நைஸ், யூ ஹேவ் டு, பட் யூ மஸ்ட் differentiate between physical activity, um, exercises and fitness, right? This photo you are seeing is also a physical activity, but it is purposeless, or simply playful. It is frolics, we say. When 3-4 children are together, they will run, they will play hide and seek, they will run here, there, and all that. They cannot be idle. You should also be like that. These are all fitness activities, physical activity that expends more energy and make them physically fit. You just see two fellows are holding this thing and they are doing jump the rope. They are jumping the ropes, right? Now, jogging, it's a common word. Every day morning, if you jog means slow running, slow continuous running. But running means you need not lift your knees up and run, just like that, aimlessly, just without bothering yourself. Just put one foot on or before the other and just give a little speed, and that is called jogging, right? That this is also a physical activity you have to do regularly. You can take your mother, you can take your father. Your father and mother are unable to jog with you. You jog, let them walk, right? The life-changing benefits of jogging. Jogging in the morning, that is very, very important. மார்னிங்கில் நீ செய்கிற போது அதனுடைய எஃபெக்ட் வேற மாதிரி இருக்கும், ஈவினிங்கில் செய்கிற போது வேற மாதிரி இருக்கும். பட் இட் இஸ் பெட்டர் யூ டூ இன் த மார்னிங். It boosts productivity and executive function. See, if you are studying in the college, you run in the morning, you jog in the morning, after which you will be productive and executive in your function. You will be brisk and you will never miss anything. So your productivity will be improved and your executive function will be enhanced. The next one is better sleep quality. You will have a very nice sleep. Then mental health, improved mental health. That means mental health, it encompasses larger area, but for you, mental health na reading, listening, understanding, all these things. That will improves cardio fitness. Cardio means heart. Heart today fitness improve பண்ணும். more than evening runs. ஈவினிங்கில் ஓடுறத விட காலையில் ஓடினீங்கன்னா உன்னுடைய கார்டியோ ஃபிட்னஸ் நல்லா இருக்கும். ஏன்னா த்ரூ அவுட் த டே யூ ஆர் டூயிங் ஃபிசிக்கல் ஆக்டிவிட்டி, சம் மூவிங் ஹியர் தேர் அண்ட் ஆல் தட். ஈவினிங் வென் யூ டூ, sometimes it may be taxing to your cardio system, but cardio fitness is well maintained if you jog in the morning. Then creative problem solving, your ability to problem solving will be better. Improves race day preparation. These are all specific. Suppose if you are a competitive runner, day, morning jogging, after morning jogging or during the jogging time, you can plan your race that you are going to do either in the afternoon or in the next day. Like that, you can plan the race. Added motivation early in the morning. That motivation level will be added if you run in the morning. Then frees up the rest of your day. See, Pahal Muluzum, you will be very busy and you will not be strained and you will be very active. Right? This is the life changing benefits of jogging. This one is aerobics. You might have seen somewhere the YouTubes and all that. They are collecting a lot of money. They are having a simple this thing and play music and ask them to exercises continuously, do this, that, like that. This is what is called the aerobics. The other thing, now it has become famous, Zumba. If I say rightly, it is Zumba. So many ladies at home, they find time to join these classes, and somebody will be standing in front and they will be teaching them what to do, and the music will be there. In the music, you will forget your tiredness, and by the guidance of otherwody. But aerobics means any activity that is done in the presence of oxygen. அது என்ன in the presence of oxygen என்ன? மூச்சு விட்டுக்கிட்டே செய்யறது. மூச்சு விடாம ஒரு ஆக்டிவிட்டி செய்யலாமா? செய்யலாம். அது அது வேற. But aerobics means breathing will be normal and you will be continuously supplying oxygen to your body when you are doing this activity. That is called aerobics. Aerobics means in the presence of oxygen. Uh, you can do skipping ropes. You can do simple on-the-spot jumping. You can do jumping jack. You can just run up the stairs and down. These are all aerobic exercises. Only thing is that when your pulse rate, monitor your pulse rate. When your pulse rate goes beyond 120 or 130, take little bit rest. Resting means not sitting and taking rest. Just keep your leg wide apart, put both hands on the knees, bend forward, and have some deep breaths. That is rest, active rest. Then again, when you come to normal this thing, then again start doing this for 5 to 10 minutes. Normally, these aerobic exercises can be done for 15 minutes continuously. Right? This is very good exercise. What does it do? Aerobic exercises is light to moderate intensity activity where you use large muscle groups. Larger muscle groups means calf muscle, hamstring muscle, thigh muscles, your gluteus muscles, your back muscles, trapezius muscles, shoulder muscles, and all that. Right? Like your legs, glutes, simultaneously and often rhythmically. Rhythmic means when there is a music, then you will do a dance-like movement for more than 2 minutes without gasping for air. ஒரு 2 மினிட்ஸ்க்கு மேலே அட்லீஸ்ட் 5 மினிட்ஸாவது கண்டினியூஸாக செஞ்சினா தான் தேர் வில் பி ஸ்வெட்டிங். See, the program's name is uh, Sweat with Style, right? Sweating with style. You do this aerobic dance, you will very nicely sweat, right? For more than 2 minutes without gasping for air. அதனோட பெனிஃபிட்ஸ் என்ன? டிக்ரீசிங் டிப்ரெஷன். ஆல்மோஸ்ட் ஆல் ஃபார் ஜாகிங் சேம் திங். டிப்ரெஷன் போயிடும், கார்டியோவெஸ்குலர் ஹெல்த் நல்லா இருக்கும். இவருடைய காக்னிட்டிவ் ஃபங்க்ஷன்னாக்கா லிசனிங், அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங், ரிமெம்பரிங், ரிட்ரீவிங், இந்த மாதிரி காக்னிட்டிவ் ஆக்ஷன். தட் இஸ் நாலேஜ் அக்யூமுலேஷன். நாலேஜ் வாத்தியார் சொல்றதை கேட்கணும், கேட்கறது தலையில் ஏறணும். ரைட்? that is called the cognitive function. Then lowering your blood pressure will be maintained normally. Suppose if somebody is having higher blood pressure, that will be that will become normal. Maintaining a healthy weight or losing weight. Suppose if you are yeah, a fit person, when you do this aerobics, your weight will be maintained. If you are overweight person because of this obesity, if you do this aerobics continuously, you will lose weight. Then people, those who are having diabetes, when they do this aerobics, diabetes will be managed பண்ணிடலாம். Reducing your risk of falling. Risk of falling na, see people, many people, they when they are walking, they fall because they lose balance. When you do aerobics, you gain balance. When you gain balance, the risk of falling down will be less, right? Then regulating your blood sugar. உனக்கு சுகர் டயபெட்டிஸ் இருந்தாக்கா குறைஞ்சிரும். இந்த நீங்கள் இங்கே கேன்டீனில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அவ்வளோ வேலை அந்த சுகரி ட்ரிங்க்ஸ், அது அது என்ன சொல்கிறாங்க, சாஃப்ட் ட்ரிங்க்ஸ்னு சொல்லி வாங்கி குடிச்சிட்டே இருக்காங்க. தட் வில் இன்க்ரீஸ் யுவர் பிளட் சுகர் அண்ட் லேட்டர் ஆன் தட் வில் டேமேஜ் யுவர் சிஸ்டம். But when you are doing that, when you are continuously drinking these sugary drinks, if you do this aerobics regularly, that will be brought down. Then you will have no stress. Stress, another factor that you need another class for explanation. See, tomorrow there is an examination. Today night you are just sleeping. You are not studied for the examination. You may sleep, but your mind will not allow you to sleep. That will disturb you internally. That is stress. Simple thing, right? But like that, there are so many things that stresses you. That will be less. The next thing is yoga. Yoga is a different type of exercise. It is yoga is for humanity. Yoga is for life, right? It is not for but a particular sector, particular thing. It is for humanity. It is for all. Everybody can do this, including the you. There are 8 stages in yoga. Up to 12 years, you have to do something else. After 12 years only, you have to do this asanas. After the asanas, you have to do this pranayama, that is breathing technique and all that. There are 8 stages. First 2, 3 stages from the school, from school going age up to 12 years, you have to learn so many other moral values. That is also included in yoga. But this yoga is also like other exercise program. It can help you in so many things. Improve your flexibility, gets you stronger, improves your balance. See again, enhances your endurance. Endurance-naaka only the stamina ன்னு சொல்றா பாரு, அதான் endurance. Lower your stress, மறுபடியும் just like other exercise. Corrects your posture. Posture-naaka உன்னுடைய, see, there are 3 problems. That posture is decided by the problems in your the curvature of your spinal column. ஸ்பைனல்ல வந்து இருக்கிற அது வந்து அது 2-3 சைஸ் இருக்கு. அதெல்லாம் கரெக்ட் பண்ணிடலாம் யோகா செஞ்சா. ஸோ தீஸ் ஆர் ஆல் தி எக்ஸசைசஸ். வாக்கிங், ரன்னிங், பைக்கிங், மோயிங் த லான், ஸ்விம்மிங், அப்புறம் பிளேயிங் ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ், அப்புறம் ரேக்கிங் லீவ்ஸ், ஹைக்கிங், யோகா. சரி, இந்த படத்தை பாருங்களேன். பார்க்கும்போது சிம்பிள் வாக்கிங். நீ உங்கள் வீட்டுக்கு போகிற ஒரு ஆக்டிவிட்டியே இல்லைன்னு நினைக்கிற. பை த டைம் பஸ்ஸில் போகிறது 2 ஸ்டாப் முன்னாடி இறங்கிட்டு வீட்டுக்கு நடந்து போயிரு. ரன்னிங், யூ ஜஸ்ட் running either in the school, college, or this thing, wherever you find time to run in the morning, either in the morning or in the evening, just jogging, that is enough. Biking, cycle. இப்போ நீ காலில் நான் ஒரு சைக்கிள் பார்த்தேன், அதுவும் பேட்டரியில் ஓடுது. அவன் 2 காலையும் வச்சுட்டு பேசாமல் வர்றான், சைக்கிள் பாட்டு போயிட்டு இருக்கு. அவன் வந்து ஒரு ஸ்கூட்டருக்காரன் மிஞ்சிட்டு போகிறான். nowadays because of you engineers, எல்லாரும் இன்ஜினியர் தானே, உங்களால என்ன ஆயிப்போச்சு, நாங்கெல்லாம் சோம்பேறி ஆயிட்டோம். சைக்கிள்ல மிதிக்க வேண்டாம், பேட்டரி வச்சுக்கோங்க. அப்புறம் பைக்ல அது என்ன பண்ணுது, எவ்ரி ஆக்டிவிட்டி is slowed down, is removed. The physical activity has been completely removed from our daily thing. ஒன்னே ஒன்று இந்த வாக்கிங், அதுக்கும் காலில் சக்கரை கட்டியாச்சு, அதுக்கு ஸ்கேட்டிங்னு சொல்கிறேன். அதுக்கு பதிலாக வாக், ரன், பைக்கு, சைக்கிள். அப்புறம் உங்கள் வீட்டில் புல் வளர்ந்த எந்த வீட்டில் புல் இருக்குது இருந்தாலும் பரவாயில்ல, mowing down this thing by using that lawn mower. ஸ்விம்மிங், பக்கத்தில் எங்கேயாவது குளம் இருந்தால் நீச்சல் கற்றுக்கிட்டு ஸ்விம் பண்ணணும். தென் பிளேயிங் ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ், பாஸ்கெட் பால், வாலிபால், ஃபுட்பால், கபடி, கிரிக்கெட், எது உனக்கு பிடிக்குமோ விளையாடலாம். அப்புறம் வீட்டில் இந்த குப்பை செத்தை எல்லாம் இதெல்லாம் தோட்டத்தில் இருந்துச்சுன்னா அதை ரேக்கிங் அப்படியே கூட்டி அள்ளி குமிக்கலாம். ஹைக்கிங்னா அப்படியே மேடு பள்ளம் மலை குளம் குட்டை அது வழியாக நடந்து போடும். தென் யோகா, இது ஒரு டெய்லி எக்ஸசைஸ். இந்த மாதிரி லிஃப்டிங் வெயிட் லிஃப்டிங். சார் எனக்கு இந்த வாக்கிங் எல்லாம் பத்தலை, எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் உடம்பு ஸ்ட்ராங்காக இருக்கணும், வெயிட் லிஃப்டிங். பாடி வெயிட் எக்ஸசைசஸ், உன்னுடைய பாடி வெயிட்டையே யூஸ் பண்ணி எக்ஸசைஸ் பண்ணலாம். லஞ்சிங், புல்லிங் அப், புஷ்ஷிங் அப், புல் அப்ஸு, புஷ் அப்ஸு, அப்டாமினல் கேர்ள்ஸ், ஸ்குவாட்ஸ், ஜம்ப்ஸ், இதெல்லாம் உன்னுடைய பாடி வெயிட்டை வச்சு செஞ்சால் போதும். அப்புறம் யார்ட் ஒர்க், இந்த இப்போ ஒன்றும் இல்லை, சும்மா வந்து ஒரு உயரமான இடத்துல கீழே இருந்துக்கிட்டு அந்த ஷாலில் மண்ணள்ளி அப்படி தூக்கி மேலே போட்டினா தட் வில் பி. தென் நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன் இஸ் யோகா. ஹியர் ஆல்சோ யோகா கம்ஸ். சரி, எவ்வளவு எக்ஸசைஸ் பண்ணணும்? டெய்லி ஹெல்த்தி எக்ஸசைசஸ் ஃபார் அடல்ட்ஸ் ஏஜ் அட் 18 to 64 இயர்ஸ், 18 வயசுலேருந்து 64 வயசு வரைக்கும் அவங்க என்ன செய்யணும்னா 150 to 300 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic physical activity. எவ்வளோ நேரம்? 150 நிமிஷம். 150 நிமிஷம்னா எவ்வளவு? 1.5 மணி நேரமா? ரைட். ஆர் 300 மினிட்ஸ். 300 மினிட்ஸுங்கிறது எவ்வளவு? 5 ஹவர்ஸா? 2.5 மணி நேரம் அல்லது 2.5 மணி நேரத்துல 5 மணி வரைக்கும். எவ்வளோ நாளைக்கு? ஒரு வாரத்துக்கு. Moderate intensity aerobic physical activity for 1 week. 150 minutes, right? 150 minutes naga 2.5 hours, or 300 minutes na 5 hours per week. ஒரு physical activity இருக்கணும், moderate intensity aerobic physical activity. இல்லை சார் அது வேணாம், வேற என்ன செய்யலாம்? அட்லீஸ்ட் 75 to 150 minutes. 75 மினிட்ஸ்னா எவ்வளவு? 1.25 மணி நேரம். 150 மினிட்ஸ்னா எவ்வளவு? 2.5 மணி நேரம் ஆஃப் விகரஸ் இன்டென்சிட்டி ஏரோபிக் பிசிக்கல் ஆக்டிவிட்டி. கொஞ்சம் அதாவது விகரஸா நான் செய்ய போறேன் அப்படின்னு விகரஸா செஞ்சேன்னா நீ முதல்ல சொன்னதுல பாதி 75 150, முதல்ல 150 300 மினிட்ஸ் பெர் வீக், ரைட்? 5 நாள் பண்ணலாம். 5 நாள் பண்ண போதும். அப்போ 30 to 60, 30 minutes to 60 minutes daily exercises. ஓகே. அண்ட் ஈக்குவலண்ட் காம்பினேஷன், அது வந்து வாரத்துக்கு 2 நாள் ஒரு அதாவது ஸ்ட்ரென்தனிங் எக்ஸசைஸ். ஒரு சின்ன ஒரு பேனா மூடி திரும்ப கழட்ட வரல, ஒரு டப்பாவை திறக்க முடியல, இந்த மாதிரி கிரிப் ஸ்ட்ரென்த்து, அந்த ஸ்ட்ரென்த் எல்லாத்தையுமே இழந்துட்டாங்க. இப்போ should also do muscle strengthening activities at moderate or greater intensity that involve all major muscle groups on 2 or more days a week. வாரத்துக்கு 2 நாள் இப்படியே இங்கே ஜிம்முக்கு வர வேண்டியது, ஒரு 4-5 எக்ஸசைஸ் பண்ணலாம், அந்த மாதிரி செஞ்சு பண்ணணும். 150 to 300 minutes per week of moderate intensity aerobic physical activity. Walking is an aerobic physical activity. Jogging is an aerobic physical activity, right? இந்த மாடிப்படியில் குடுகுடுன்னு வேகமாக ஏறணும், கடகடன்னு வேகமாக இறங்கணும், அப்போ தான் அது ஏரோபிக் ஆகும், ரைட்? Next one is character building through sports. Character building through ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ்னாக்கா கேரக்டர் என்ன கேரக்டரு? இப்போ விளையாடுற போது ரூல் இருக்கும் இல்லையா? எவ்ரி ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் மேன் வென் தே பிளே எ கேம், நடுவில் ஒரு அம்பையர் இருப்பார். ஃபவுல் பண்ணுற போது விசில் ஊதுவார். விசில் ஊதுனோன்னு நீ பேங்கை நிறுத்திடுற. வாட் இஸ் தட்? தட் இஸ் எத்திக்ஸ். ஓ, அவ்வளோதான். பால் அவுட்டுன்னா அவுட்டு தான். பாயிண்ட் சம் இட் கோஸ் டு சம்மரி. சி, வென் யூ பிளே கேம்ஸ் யூ லேர்ன் டு லிவ் வித்தின் எ ஃப்ரேம் ஒர்க் ஆஃப் லைஃப். இதுதான் ரூல், இந்த ரூலுக்குள்ளே தான் பண்ணணும், இதுதான் இது செய்யணும் அப்படிங்கிறத லைஃப் லெசன்ஸ் யூ லேர்ன் மோர் த்ரூ கேம்ஸ். அதில் லிசனிங், ஸ்பீக்கிங், ரீடிங், திங்கிங், லேர்னிங், ரிமெம்பரிங், பேயிங் அட்டென்ஷன், தீஸ் ஆர் ஆல் தி காக்னிட்டிவ் எபிலிட்டிஸ். முதல்ல கிளாஸில் வாத்தியார் சொல்கிறத கேட்கணும், திருப்பி அவர் பதில் கேட்டாக்க பதில் சொல்லணும், இதை படினா படிக்கணும், ஒரு சின்ன ப்ராப்ளம் கொடுத்தா திங்க் பண்ணி அதை போட தெரியணும், அதை வச்சு லேர்ன் பண்ணிக்கணும், கற்றுக்கிட்டதை ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கணும். அப்புறம் யாராவது பேசிக்கிட்டாங்கன்னா யூ லிசன் கேர்ஃபுல்லி, பே அட்டென்ஷன் டு வாட் அதர்ஸ் சே, டோன்ட் இன்டர்ஃபியர் ஆர் இன்டர்ஃபியர். வெயிட், லிசன் டு மீ, பே அட்டென்ஷன் டு வாட் அதர்ஸ் சே. இதெல்லாம் காக்னிட்டிவ் எபிலிட்டிஸ், இதெல்லாம் டெவலப்மெண்ட். This happens if you play regularly. Then decision making, make strong decision. பால் அப்படி பண்ணிட்டே போற, இது ஜாகிங் பண்ணி இது அப்படியே ட்ரில் பண்ணிட்டு போயிட்டே இருக்க, பண்ணிட்டு போறது கோலியை அப்படி ஜஸ்ட் ஒரு ஏமாத்தி. டெசிஷன் மேக்கிங், மேக் ஸ்ட்ராங் டெசிஷன்ஸ், இது கோல் அடிக்கணும் அப்படின்னு பண்றது. ரைட் டெசிஷன்ஸ் அட் ரைட் டைம். இப்போ வாலிபாலில் பாலை போட்டேன், பால் மேலே வந்துருச்சு, நீ ஜம்ப் பண்ணிட்ட, அடிக்க போற அந்த நேரத்தில் அந்த பிளாக் பண்றவனுக்கு பின்னாடி இடம் காலியா இருக்கு, அப்படி தூக்கி போடணும். ரைட் டெசிஷன் அட் ரைட் டைம், பிளேஸ் பண்றது பால. இது நான் வந்து உனக்கு கேம் சுச்சுவேஷனை சொல்றேன். திஸ் லைஃப் சுச்சுவேஷன் இஸ் பி டிஃப்ரெண்ட். இப்போ ஸ்ட்ராங் டெசிஷன்ஸ்னா நீ படிக்கிறது என்ன படிக்கணும்னு முடிவு பண்ணதே ஒரு ஸ்ட்ராங் டெசிஷன். ரைட் டெசிஷன் அட் ரைட் டைம். எல்லாரும் வந்து உங்க மாமா வந்திருப்பாரு, உங்க அப்பாட்ட சொல்லியிருப்பாரு, யோ ஏன் அதை படிக்க வைக்கிறா, போய் இன்ஜினியரிங் காலேஜில் எம்ஜிஆர் இன்ஜினியரிங் காலேஜ் சேருன்னு சொல்லியிருப்பாரு. ரைட் டெசிஷன் யூ ஹவ் டேக்கன் அட் ரைட் டைம். திஸ் இஸ் லைஃப் சுச்சுவேஷன். இன் கேம் சுச்சுவேஷன் நான் சொன்னது முதல்ல சொன்னது. ரைட் டெசிஷன் அண்ட் கிரிட்டிக்கல் சுச்சுவேஷன்ஸ். ரைட் டெசிஷன் அண்ட் கிரிட்டிக்கல் சுச்சுவேஷன். இந்த ஃபுட்பால் கேம்ஸ் எல்லாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா அந்த பால் என்னென்ன மாதிரிலாம் கொண்டு போகிறான் பாரு. அதே மாதிரி ரைட் டெசிஷன்ஸ் அட் கிரிட்டிக்கல் சுச்சுவேஷன்ஸ், ரொம்ப சிக்கலான நேரத்தில் கரெக்டான டெசிஷன் எடுக்கிறது. அப்புறம் ப்ராப்ளம் சால்விங் டெசிஷன்ஸ், அதாவது ஒரு ஒரு சின்ன ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்கு, அது எப்படி சால்வ் பண்ணணும் அப்படிங்கிறதெல்லாம் கேம்ஸில் நீ ரெகுலராக ஆடிக்கிட்டு இருக்கும்போது யூ பிகம் மோர் இன்டெலிஜென்ட் டு ஃபாலோ ஆல் தீஸ் டெசிஷன் மேக்கிங் ரூல்ஸ். அடுத்தது வந்து எப்படின்னா, இட் இஸ் அவர் டியூட்டி. இப்போ நீங்கள்லாம் இப்போ தான் யங்கர் சில்ட்ரன், we are all elder people, we are going to leave this world, but when we got this world from our parents, யாரும் எடுத்து கொடுக்கறது இல்லை. நாங்கள் சின்ன பிள்ளையா இருக்கும்போது என்னென்ன மாதிரி இந்த பூமி இருந்துச்சு, இன்னைக்கு எப்படி இருக்கு, இப்போ நாளைக்கு நீங்கள்லாம் அந்த பூமியில் எப்படி இருக்க போறீங்க? See, you are adapting them, உங்களை மாற்றிக்கிறீங்க இன்னைக்கு இருக்கிற சுச்சுவேஷனுக்கு. பட் எங்களுக்கு கொடுக்கப்பட்ட பூமி வந்து it was very wonderful. The water was pure, the air was pure, and we had a very nice food without any mixture of pesticides and other insecticides, nothing. Very, very, very good food, very good air, good water, and all that. But slowly we have spoiled it. நாங்கள் வந்து we have spoiled for our own benefits. வயலில் உரம் போட்டாச்சு, வயலில் பூச்சி மருந்து எடுத்தாச்சு, இந்த ஓசோனில் இந்த ஏர் கண்டிஷனர்ஸ் அது இதுன்னு அப்படி இப்படி எல்லாம் பண்ணி ஓசோன் லெவல் குறைஞ்சிருச்சு. அதனால climate change. So everywhere there is floods, there is drought and all that. These things are happening. So this United Nations in 2015 they decided to follow sustainable development goals. அதில் they devised 17 goals. அந்த 17 கோல்ஸில் மூணாவது கோல் வந்து குட் ஹெல்த் அண்ட் வெல்பீயிங். இது எதுக்கு நான் சொல்றேன்னா, இட் இஸ் அவர் ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டி டு ஹேண்ட் ஓவர் தி தி environmental conditions of the universe with which we received from our parents to you. உங்களுக்கு நாங்கள் எப்படி வாங்கிட்டோமோ அதே மாதிரி கொடுக்கணும். அதனால தான் நிறைய மரம் வைங்க, நிறைய இது பண்ணுங்க, அந்த மாதிரி சொல்றது காரணம். அதில் மூணாவது கோல் வந்து குட் ஹெல்த் அண்ட் வெல்பீயிங். இதில் 17 கோல் இருக்கு, அதுக்கெல்லாம் நேரம் இல்லை. இந்த மூணாவது கோல் வந்து நம்ம ஹெல்த் ரிலேட்டட். ஸோ ஐ எம் டெல்லிங் திஸ். அதனுடைய டார்கெட் ஆஃப் சஸ்டைனபிள் டெவலப்மெண்ட் கோல் 3ல மெட்டர்னல் மார்டாலிட்டி. மெட்டர்னல்னா மதர், அவங்களுடைய உயிரிழப்பை கம்மி பண்ணணும். நியூநேட்டல் அண்ட் சைல்டு மார்டாலிட்டி. நியூநேட்டல்னா வயிற்றுக்குள்ள இருக்க குழந்தை அல்லது பிறந்த குழந்தை. அப்புறம் பிறந்த அவங்களுடைய ஹெல்த். மார்டாலிட்டினா இறப்பு. இன்ஃபெக்ஷஸ் டிசீஸ் வராமல் பாதுகாத்துக்கணும். அப்புறம் நான் கம்யூனிகபிள் டிசீசஸ், தொற்று நோய்கள் வராமல் பார்த்துக்கணும். சப்ஸ்டன்ஸ் அப்யூஸ். இப்போ சப்ஸ்டன்ஸ் அப்யூஸ்னு எக்கச்சக்கமாக இருக்குது. பேட்ரி, பிளாஸ்டிக், ஆல் திஸ். தென் ரோட் டிராஃபிக். அந்த ரோட் டிராஃபிக்கில் யூ கெட் a lot of carbon print, carbon emission, and that is they are called the greenhouse gases. அதில் நம்ம எப்படி பண்ணணும்? அதே மாதிரி how should we follow the traffic rules and see that we are keeping the environment clean. Then sexual and reproductive health. How we have to take care of ourselves and your family on the sexual and reproductive area. Universal health coverage. உலக பூராத்துக்கும் ஹெல்த்தியாக இருக்கணும். என்வாயர்மெண்டல் ஹெல்த்னாக்கா மரம் நிறைய இருக்கணும், தண்ணி நிறைய இருக்கணும், காற்று சுத்தமாக இருக்கணும். அது அந்த பிபி ரேட்ஸ், அதாவது அந்த காற்றுல இருக்கக்கூடிய மாசு வந்து கம்மியாக இருக்கணும். அதுதான் என்வாயர்மெண்டல் ஹெல்த். இதுதான் these are all the 9 goals, targets of sustainable development goal 3. sustainable developmentனா அதாவது கண்டினியூவஸா அதனுடைய இது குறைவு இல்லாமல் மாற்றிட்டு போகுது. ரைட். இப்போ வந்து இது வரைக்கும் உனக்கு ஜென்ரலாக சொல்லிட்டேன். ரைட். இப்போ காமன் ப்ரோக்ராம்ஸ் நம்ம யூனிவர்சிட்டியில் உங்களுக்கு என்னென்ன இருக்கும் யாரும் சொல்ல தேவையில்லை உங்களுக்கு. ரைட். 21st June we celebrate it as International Day of Yoga. International Day of Yoga is being celebrated from 2014. அதாவது இன்டர்நேஷனல் டே ஆஃப் யோகா ஏன் சொல்றாங்கன்னா, ஒவ்வொரு நாடும் பண்றபோது த்ரூ அவுட் த டே சம் கண்ட்ரி வில் பி செலிப்ரேட்டிங் திஸ் டே ஆஃப் யோகா. நம்ம யூனிவர்சிட்டியில் every 21st June we celebrate International Day of Yoga. Everybody can participate in that. நீ உன்னுடைய மேட் கொண்டு வரலாம், இல்லை நாங்கள் மேட் ப்ரொவைட் பண்ணுறோம். ஒரு half an hour program will be there, some lectures will be there, you listen, do yoga and go. This is the first thing in 21st June. This year it is over. Then 30th June we organize tournaments on the eve of the birthday of our president. We conduct tournaments for our own students of our Chennai campus. இந்த மெட்ராஸில் இங்கே சிட்டிக்குள்ளே இருக்க நம்ம காலேஜஸில் உள்ள ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸுக்கு டோர்னமெண்ட் நடக்கிறோம். வாலிபால், பாஸ்கெட் பால், ஃபுட்பால், கபடி, லைக் தட் வி ஆர்கனைஸ் டோர்னமெண்ட்ஸ் வித்தின் அவர் யூனிவர்சிட்டி. அப்புறம் 29th August நேஷனல் ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் டே. to commemorate the birthday of a greatest hockey player, தயான் சந்த். அவருடைய நினைவுக்கு 29th August வந்து நேஷனல் ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் டே நடத்துகிறோம். அதுக்கும் டூர்னமெண்ட் வந்து ஒன்லி ஃபார் தி ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் ஸ்டாஃப் மெம்பர்ஸ் ஆஃப் அவர் ஓன் கேம்பஸ் வி ஆர்கனைஸ். அவர் ஓன் கேம்பஸ்னா அவர் சென்னை கேம்பஸ். ரைட். இதில் வந்து யாரும் நம்ம ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் வந்து டிபார்ட்மெண்ட் வைஸா இயர் வைஸா பார்ட்டிசிபேட் பண்ணி ப்ரைஸ் கொடுப்பாங்க. ரைட். யூ கெட் ஆம்பிள் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி. Then 25th September, we organize tournaments on the eve of the birthday celebration of our chairman, founder chancellor, Dr. A.C. Shanmugam. Now, our university teams have gone to Bangalore to play in the Bangalore campus. எல்லா யூனிவர்சிட்டி எல்லா இதுவும் போயிருக்காங்க. ஃபுட்பால் போயிருக்காங்க, கபடி போயிருக்காங்க, பேட்மிண்டன் போயிருக்காங்க, த்ரோ பால் போயிருக்காங்க, கோகோ போயிருக்காங்க, எல்லா டீமும் போயிருக்கு. அங்கே மேட்ச் நடந்துகிட்டு இருக்கு. இதில் கிரிக்கெட் வேறு நடக்குது, ஃபுட்பால் வேறு நடக்குது. இப்போ நடந்துகிட்டு இருக்கு. 12ஆம் தேதி தான் வருவாங்க. அவங்க வந்தோடனே 18, 19, 20, 18th, 19th and 20th we are organizing chairman birthday tournaments in our university. இங்கே நம்ம நடத்துவோம். அப்போ கேரளா, கர்நாடகா மீன்ஸ் பெங்களூர் அண்ட் சென்னப்பட்னா, ஆரணி ப்ளஸ் சென்னை கேம்பஸ் எல்லாரும் டீம் கொண்டு வருவாங்க. இங்கே வந்து 3 நாள் டோர்னமெண்ட் நடக்கும். they will stay here, they will participate in the tournament and they will. So these are the chances for you to participate in various types of games and sports in our university. Apart from that, we organize selection trials for all the games that are recognized by the All India University. The All India University, they conduct tournaments in zonal basis and All India basis. When team games, when the large number of teams are there, they divide them into zones: South Zone, North Zone, East Zone, West Zone, like that. Zonal wise competitions will be there. For that, we select teams. Selection, we will organize selection, but selections will be done by outsiders. Somebody from the experts will come from outside and they will do that. Any student who is talented with any game can participate in that. We will send to wide circulars. You will be informed. You can come and participate in the selection process. Right? If you are selected, you go for zonal meet. Zone la jaikila, no problem. You will be given with Form 3 certificate. And the Form 3 certificate, you will get 5 marks in government postings. Suppose if you go for after winning, if you are selected, you go for All India University. Then again you will lose, no problem. You will get Form 3. If you win in All India University, you will go for Khelo India Games. When you go for Khelo India Games, first 8 team போகும். அதில் நீ போயிட்டாவே உனக்கு Form 2 கொடுப்பாங்க. கவர்மெண்ட் ஆஃப் இந்தியாவிலேருந்து கொடுத்துருவாங்க. அந்த Form 2க்கு 10 மார்க். ரைட்? இது மாதிரி இது பண்ணுறோம். சப்போஸ் பாக்ஸிங், கராட்டே, கிக் பாக்ஸிங், ரோலர் ஸ்கேட்டிங், ஷூட்டிங், இந்த மாதிரி கேம்ஸுக்கெல்லாம் நீங்கள் தான் ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணிக்கணும். நீங்கள் எங்கேயாவது உங்கள் அகாடமியில் ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணிவிட்டு நீங்கள் நேம் வந்து கொடுத்துடணும். செலெக்ஷன் நடக்கும்போது கூப்பிடுவோம். செலெக்ஷன் ஆகிட்டாக்க போகலாம். புரியுதா? இதுதான் நம்ம யூனிவர்சிட்டியில் நடக்கிறது. Form 3 கொடுப்போம். கேலோ இந்தியா போனால் Form 2 கொடுப்போம். Form 2 கேலோ இந்தியா எல்லாம் போனீங்கன்னா அந்த டீமை அப்படியே பிரசிடெண்ட்டை கூட்டி போய், சார் இந்த டீம் ஜெயிச்சிருக்காங்கன்னா அவர் வந்து 50,000 ரூபா, 1,00,000 ரூபாயெல்லாம் கொடுக்குறாரு. வாங்கிக்கலாம். நீங்கள் ஜாலியாக, அதாவது நீங்கள் வந்து பாக்ஸிங்னா பாக்ஸிங் க்ளவுஸு, பாக்ஸிங் கிட் அண்ட் ஆல் தட், பேட்மிண்டன் எல்லாம் உனக்கு அது 50,000, 50,000, 40,000, 60,000 அவருக்கு என்ன தோணுதோ அதை வந்தா வச்சுக்க அப்படின்னு கொடுக்குறாரு. See, these things you must use. உனக்கு இது சம்பந்தமா ஏதாவது டவுட் இருந்தால் காலேஜுக்கு வந்த பிறகு உங்கள் பிளாக்ல கிரவுண்ட் ஃப்ளோரில் ரூம் நம்பர் 001ல் நாங்கள் 10 பேர் இருக்கோம். யார்கிட்ட வந்து நீ கேட்டாலும் சொல்லிடுவாங்க. நான் வந்து பாக்ஸிங்கு பேர் கொடுக்கணும், அத்லெட்டிக்ஸுக்கு பேர் கொடுக்கணும், கொடுத்துட்டு போகலாம். நான் உன்னுடைய நேம், ஃபோன் நம்பர் கொடுத்தீங்கன்னாக்கா உனக்கு இன்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணுவாங்க. அதர்வைஸ் தேர் வில் பி சர்க்குலர்ஸ் டு எவ்ரிபடி. அதர் தேன் திஸ், இப்போ ஒய்எம்சிஏ ஐஐடி, கொஞ்சம் பாரு இந்த சிஎம் ட்ராஃபி, இதுக்கெல்லாம் போகிறதுனா நீ போகலாம். ஓகே. ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் ஒன்லி ஒன். ரிமெம்பர் ஒன் திங், we are here to help you, to serve you, to guide you, and make you happy. This is the main motto of our department, and the physical activity is our main aim to improve the fitness and health of all. Okay, this is what I wanted to tell you. I thank Dr. Subhashri, the Joint Registrar, for having um, invited me for giving you the talk. I am once again feel happy to thank all the staff members and everybody. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, please, you can ask questions.
Sir, I have a question from one student. How
Hmm.
to know my fitness level before participating in any competition?
You come to us, we will assess you, or you go to your doctor to find out whether you are fit enough to participate. What type of competition is going to participate? Are you, is he going to participate in running or jumping or throwing or weightlifting? See, no problem, madam. You ask them to come to us. We will guide them.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you
Uh,
for a valuable speech on mental
uh,
and cardiac health, cognitive function, and character building. I hope our
uh.
students, under your guidance, get benefited on improving their fitness and utilize the opportunity. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Dear
Thank
students, kindly stay in the same link for the next session.
Hello, sir. Shall we start the session? Lavan, sir.
Ma'am, welcome, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
Shall we start the session, sir?
Yes, ma'am, we can start.
Okay. Students, now let us start the second session. Myself, Dr. Kalpana, Chemistry, first year ENT. I am glad to give a brief introduction about the young dynamic speaker, Mr. Loksh Barani, who is an entrepreneur educationist, founder of the Plan Green Inertia, enjoys the public speaking a lot. He started his first e-commerce store on Amazon in the year 2018 and launched Dopamine Chocolates, which manufactured premium handmade chocolates. A YouTube channel with his name was founded primarily to give adolescents more control. His videos on how to improve communication, the benefits of reading books, importance of habit is unquestionable worth watching. As his reputation for public speaking increased, he got trained at Rural Self Employment Training Institute and started his free entrepreneurship training and spread awareness of the subject to college and high school students. Over 6,000 pupils in Tamil Nadu has received instructions from Mr. Lokesh over their years. I am confident that this interaction will be a valuable learning opportunity for all of you, and I invite Mr. Lokesh Barani to take over the session, sir.
Thank you
Yes.
so much, ma'am, for the introduction. So I think this is the second session for the day, and I'm really happy that you guys are pumped up this afternoon to get some insights. And I've had the chance to like listen to the physical activity about, sad pacing there. It was really nice, and I really enjoyed it. So now coming to entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship, இந்த வார்த்தை வந்து like you have heard this term like at many places. Maybe like you may think business and entrepreneur is the same, or like you may have some ideas about this. But after this session, I can assure you two things. One is that you would know the real meaning of entrepreneurship and how you can become an entrepreneur. The second thing is that you would you would get to like understand how you can become an entrepreneur. So in the previous session I had some different points which I included. You can definitely watch that on the YouTube, which has been streamed. In this session I just want to like add on some more points so that it's going to be a little different. So if a viewer watch both the video, you'll have some more new insights. In the previous session I was talking about the difference between an entrepreneur and a businessman. Let me give the real definition of an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is a person who loves to take risk and he comes up with an innovative and a problem solving idea which can solve people's problem, but at a profit. Not just like solving a problem, it's also solving a problem at a profit. That is what an entrepreneur stands by. And one more thing which I strongly emphasize when talking about entrepreneurship is it's about passion, and how do you build a passion around like what you love and what you're good at doing. So in this session, I'm gonna uncover like three different things. The first thing is that who an entrepreneur is, what is the difference between an entrepreneur and a businessman, is going to be the first part. The second part is that how you can become an entrepreneur and how you can utilize the infrastructure of our college and the support which is given by our college to become a better entrepreneur. And finally, like how like this session would help you to find your passion and your venture which you can start. Like how do you find this venture can be a starting point for you, because like I didn't start a Plan Green Energy as my first venture. Like I had something else which was like selling gym equipments. Then I was also into the chocolate industry. I'm still into the chocolate industry, but my primary focus is only on the training business, because I believe that focusing on one thing would make me a much more better businessman or an entrepreneur. So I have the chocolate venture just on the hold. Okay, so now talking about um, entrepreneurship. As a student, you may think, why do I need to know about entrepreneurship? Do you think is it really important right now? Maybe I can do it after my final year, or during my final year, because that's when I have to think about my career. That's really wrong, because uh, I was able to become a good public speaker because I started it from my school days. Similarly, I was able to like sustain a business till now because I started a little earlier. So you are maybe like 17, 18 years old, and you're just getting into your career, like the career start of a career by being into college. And this is the right and the most vital time for you to start thinking about what entrepreneurship is and how you can be an entrepreneur, or how you can become a better person. Okay. With that being told, the difference between entrepreneur and a businessman should be vitally understood before getting into entrepreneurship, because many people like even like today there was a session in between. They was talking to a few students, and I was talking about entrepreneurship, and there was this girl who told that she has got a very great idea. She's gonna start a bakery, and she's gonna bake cakes, and she's gonna give it to people. And she was convinced that she's an entrepreneur. And there was this one more guy who told is going to do stock market trading, and he thinks he's an entrepreneur. But unfortunately, both are not entrepreneurs, because what the girl told was she was telling that she's going to do a business, and the guy was being a professional stock trader. Okay, that's a profession. So how does this ideology of entrepreneur get into you? First of all, you should know the difference between an entrepreneur and a businessman, even a professional, so that you can understand what would be right for you. The first thing is that a businessman only focuses on profit. A professional is going to like do something. He may work for someone. He can be self-employed also, but he's an expert in some technical and some Herculean job. He's got a professional. And an entrepreneur is a person who solves people's problem, who comes up with value, who comes up with something which can definitely bring in a change in the society. He is an entrepreneur. Let's say there was this guy who wanted to like sell a lot of books. So this guy, what he does was he goes to people and tell that buy books, buy books, buy books, and nobody bought books. And this guy sold every books to one more guy. And this guy, what he did was he bought the books, he repacked it, he worked on the cover, he worked on the illustration, he worked on the marketing, the branding part, and he sold it at 10 percentage profit. On seeing this idea, there was this one more guy who went and sourced a lot of books from different parts of the world and put it online so that anybody from any part of the world can buy it. And people started buying it. Now, the first person is just a normal person who doesn't know business or entrepreneurship. He wants to sell, he's not able to sell. And at the end of the day, he's having some loss because he doesn't know how to go about life. Being a successful or like a talented, whatever term you have it, a right way of doing things. The second person was a businessman. This guy knew how to sell it to people. This guy know how to like make more profit. So he branded it, he made it much more appealing for the audience to buy it, and people bought it. The last person was an entrepreneur, probably an engineer who knows to design a website, who knows how people think, how people work, and does a lot of things. And maybe he failed and he reworked on it, he re examined how it can be better. And you know what? This guy makes it more perfect and profitable. So, across the globe, everybody's problem was solved. Let's say I'm from India and I want to buy a book which is only sold in China, but I can't travel all the way to China, or I don't have anybody in China who can help me to get that book, right? So this was a platform where I could get books. So literally that's the story of Amazon founder, like Jeff Bezos. This guy started by selling books from his garage through internet. Then slowly he bought in more products. So you know what? Initially Amazon was selling books. Then now Amazon sells everything. Even it sells cow dung. Okay, cow dung cakes are sold on Amazon. So that's how Amazon has grown today. And Amazon doesn't like own everything. Amazon provides a platform. It's an aggregator where people come, and from there they sell things. For example, I have a chocolate company and I want to sell my chocolates across the globe, but I don't have the logistics or the marketing resource. I just have like a few inventory of chocolates, so I don't have to build a big empire of e-commerce to do it this. Okay, but when it comes to Amazon does it for me, and I can use Amazon service to scale my business across the world. So there was this guy who came up with a problem solution, who's an aggregator. Through his aggregator model, he became so rich. Okay, then you can ask me, what is this aggregator model? Can I duplicate this model? Yes, many people have duplicated this aggregator model. Let's say there was this guy who had like 10 cars with him in his garage, like he was having a travels. Okay, then because of some reason the travels was shut down, and he didn't have the resource to run it. But this guy wants to like use the cars because it was an asset previously, now it's become a liability because it's depreciating, it's not working, nobody's hiring him, he doesn't have revenue now. That's the person A. This is person B who didn't have a car but knows that people are in need of cars or taxis whenever they are having a requirement. And he has been in a place where he was looking for a taxi but never got the taxi on time, or like he had to look for everywhere to get a taxi. So this guy saw two different problems: consumers requiring cars, and car owners having cars but not being used. So there is like demand, no supply for each of them. So he bought in a way to bridge this gap, and that's how Uber, that is the company which, like the mobile app, you can order a, I mean, book a cab and the cab comes to your home. Similarly, like we have Ola and Rapido and other things on web right now in India. So this Uber is the first business to bring in this aggregator business model, and it's literally called as Uberization. After which Amazon, even they did it. And what about Zepto? What about Swiggy? What they do? So all these business models came out of this. The idea was like people have it, but they don't know how to sell it, and there are people who wants it but they don't know where to buy it and how to buy it quickly. So they built a bridge between both of them. Boom, the business is really a super hit, and you know what, everyone loved it. Now you think of some problem around you, it can be anything. As an entrepreneur, how do you solve it? Sir, I don't know to be an entrepreneur, but I know how to make money, I want to be a businessman. It's fairly good. But entrepreneurship is something, as an engineer you definitely might be doing it, because as an engineer what do, you try to solve problem. Let's say when I was in my college, I used to go into my college hostel, sneak into my college hostel, and there was this guy. Okay, he's my class. Like there was no mirror in his room. I was asking him, Macha, how do you shave then? Like, how do you shave? So this guy like had a laptop. He turned on the laptop, he opened the front camera, and he was shaving. Wow, I never thought about that. Because like back in those days there were mobile phones where we had smartphones, but we didn't have the front cam of a good quality. Okay, that was the time when smartphones were emerging, and this guy was having a laptop and using his front cam. He told he's gonna shave out. I was like, hey, that's really interesting, because I mean I never thought about that. I thought only we can use a mirror to like look into our face. He didn't invent something new, but he was trying to fix something. He didn't have a resource, but he was coming up with something which he had to solve the purpose. That's a good quote which goes something like this: necessity is the mother of invention. Wow, that's nice, right? If there is a necessity, you're going to come up with an invention. If there is no necessity, nothing is going to come up. See, if you're in a comfort zone, you have everything with you. Like you have good food, you have good bed to sleep, you have good parents who are taking care of you, have money everywhere. So you don't have any demand or necessity to like level up. So till recently, like I had like a bunch of people working in my company, and a few of them didn't even work well, but I was like comfortable because didn't have to come to office daily. Like I can sit at home, I can go to trainings whenever required, I can chill off. But that really put me into a comfort zone where I was stuck and I was not able to scale up. Then I had to take a very tough decision of like filtering the people who are already in the company. I was giving them like one more level of work to do, and I was asking them to come up with productivity. And you know what? A few people ran away from the company because they were not used to being uncomfortable. Because I never came to office, so even if they don't work, nobody has the right to question because everybody are working under the team. So that's when I came to understand that okay, I was doing something really grievous and I have to really change it right now. And after which I started changing it. I hired like the right candidates. Initially, I was like hiring multiple people inside, and I was not even like trying to give them the right work to do, and I was just looking for them to work and give some output. But when there was this problem of like I have to scale up, I was in a comfort zone. I didn't want to be in a comfort zone. Now I am in a situation where I have to recruit people in high quality so that I don't have to pay the price later for having poor quality people. That's exactly what has happened in my life recently. So if you want to like come up with some solution, there must be a chaos, there must be some confusion, there must be some problems, because without necessity, without requirement, we don't come up with problems or solutions. Okay, so only when there's a necessity, we think why the necessity is there. Either it can be a problem or there's a required necessity. Let's say I'm hungry right now, I want to eat something, I'm starving. So only when I'm starving, I will think about okay, I have to eat something. But just think, if I'm not starving, if I'm not hungry, do you think I would want to go and eat something? Do you think that I will go and like, okay, I'm hungry, I want to eat? No, I'm not hungry. If I'm not hungry, I won't even have the thought of eating something. Makes sense, right? So now I want you to think about something. If there is a requirement for you to become an entrepreneur, will you become an entrepreneur? Or if there's a problem in front of you which you can solve to become an entrepreneur, you'll be an entrepreneur. Most people say that I want to be an entrepreneur, I want to be an entrepreneur. No. Think of two situations. A person who solves a genuine problem, who comes up with a good solution for the problem, is going to make it better than a person who wants to be an entrepreneur and does something just to do it. I was just doing it initially as a business when I was in my with my gym and I was with my chocolate company. I was just doing it as a business. I wanted to make money. But when I saw a potential problem in front of me where people are not trained and they're not a good resource to go and work somewhere, and they are struggling every day to get into like a job or into a work, that's a problem. There's a demand there. There is a place where I could fill in myself, improvise people to become a much more better communicator, a better person with good leadership skills and with good marketing and sales skills, so that they get a good job, they get the best job also. So I found a void there, I found a gap there, and I tried to fill in. That's how this company was born. And now we are a private limited. We are working with more than 25 colleges across Chennai and Kerala. Like we have MOUs with all the colleges. So the reason is because like we are providing value. Colleges, when we meet them, when we do a program there, they really love the program and they want to work with us more and more. And when we work with students, when we work with the young talents, they think that wow, this company has got the best experiential training, because we don't teach someone and ask them to do something. We give them a task and we make them do. Because like we only do trainings through internships. We only give internship to the student. They have to pay for the internship. They join the internship. Once they join the internship, they'll have to do the work. They basically studying college. They're doing internship. They want to pay for the internship. They work for the internship before or after the college hours, and they gain a great experiential knowledge from it. With that knowledge, they either join our company and work with our company full time after that, or they work part time during the college, or with this experience they go and work somewhere, or altogether they start their own business after getting experience. So what I felt was, only when there was this necessity of solving this problem, PGA, plant inertia, was evolved successfully. But when there was no demand, I just wanted to sell gym equipment because it was making money for me and I know only about it that time. And I was making chocolates because I was fond of chocolates back then and still am fond of chocolates. But I wanted to make money out of this because like I love chocolates, everybody's gonna love chocolates. Actually, there's a funny quote which goes something like this. If you want to make everyone happy, sell chocolates. Because everyone loves chocolate, right? But if you want to be in real business, you're gonna offend someone, because like not everybody is going to be in favor of your business, because some businesses may be against your business model also. So when you're coming up with a solution, a valuable solution for people's problem, people are going to encourage you, and they were gonna ask you to come and work with them, or like they come and work with you. Okay. Well, that being told, that's the first part of the session. Like the difference between entrepreneurship and business. As a business, like you only focus on the profit, you focus only on the money. Yeah, you also do some good, but that's not innovative, that's not actually innovative. But only when this innovation, only there is something new, there is some innovation, and a new element which is going to solve problem much more easily, or give some value in a different way, only then that's called entrepreneurship, and that's called a venture, because you're risking everything, you're doing something new. That's a venture. Venture is something like you take a risk, that's called venture. An entrepreneur is a person who jumps off a building. On the way down, he builds a parachute. So he builds a plane or whatever, but he doesn't fall and die. That is how entrepreneurship is. It's so risky, because you jump off the plane or you jump off the building. On the way down only, you're building whatever is there to save you or to make you land safely. So you start a business even without any experience. Literally, you're jumping off the career. Like you don't have a job now, because like you're on to a business. You're working on something. You don't have a business. You don't have a job. Like how will you make money? You have food, right? You have to give your parents. They take care of them. So the only way and a risk-free solution would be like you start at a very young age. You start during your college or school days. So even school days is the right time to start entrepreneurship. You come up with innovative solutions. You come up with a, an idea which can solve people's problem. With this mindset, what happens? You'll be able to give a value to them. Once you give this value to them, they are going to be really happy. They're going to come back to you, and it's going to be scaled up across the world or across the India, and like everybody's going to be benefited out of it. Okay. So that is what I was trying to tell you when I was talking about entrepreneurship and business. Now let's see how you can start as a student from our college, because our college is providing a lot of opportunities for entrepreneurs, because like we have the innovation cell with us, and we also have entrepreneurship cell, and during first year you also have a paper on entrepreneurship. So with all these opportunities with you, and you can definitely start your venture in the college, or you can join our company as an intern and also work in your first year itself. So you're going to like explore different avenues. The one thing which you have to keep in mind is that, see, I'm going to be an entrepreneur, do business, so I don't want to study. That's wrong. You have to study. You have to get your knowledge right, because education is basically like informing you about everything which is there. It's building your discipline. Education is the only place where you can build your discipline, because every concept which is taught in the college can also be found on a book or on web. But why do you go to college? Is because you meet people there, you get your discipline right, you get your like different curricular activities here. Let's say you want to join our course and study. If you're not in college, we won't offer you anything. We are B2B. We only work with colleges. Let's say there's a student from a different college we don't have an MOU with, we don't working with that college, we don't give internship for the student, because like we have a norms that we only provide internship to students from our clients college. Like let's say we have worked with the 24 plus colleges, we have MOUs. Only for students from those colleges we give internship. For others we don't give internship. We put ads for hiring, but when we get to know that they're not from our clients college, we don't do it. But recently, like we thought, why don't we move ahead and do it? So if there is someone coming from a different college, we ask the student to talk to the college and get an MOU. So now what happens? The business is expanding. People come as an intern, but the college doesn't have an MOU with us. So what they do is they go and get an intern. I mean, they get an MOU with us so that they can do internship in our company. So in our college, like they're giving a lot of advantages for you to build as an entrepreneur. And there's a lot of mentors in the college, because like I've seen a lot of experienced people in our college who can definitely give you a lot of ideas. So with their experience and with your agility and your enthusiasm, you can definitely grow. And coming to the third part of the session, which is about building the right skill set, and how do you become as an entrepreneur, how do you find the passion and the drive to become it. So I'll share one thing which is called as ikigai. It's a Japanese concept. Ikigai is basically what is the purpose of your life. So everybody has got a purpose in life. Without a purpose in life, life is a purposeless, right? Without a purpose, your life is boring. Let's say you watch a movie, there's a hero. The hero doesn't have a purpose in life. oh my god, I don't want to watch the movie. I'm definitely going to skip the movie because without a purpose, like we don't have any reason to watch the movie, right? There should be a purpose for the hero to be a hero. That's why he's called a hero. Let's say there's this guy who wakes up in the morning who uses his mobile, like he fully scrolls. That's what he's just doing. He's just scrolling fully. Like let's say I'm giving a session. I'm fully scrolling. I'm just fully scrolling. I'm not talking to you. Uh, I'm wasting my time fully. What happens? Nobody's going to be interested to listen to me. Only when I talk, when I do something purposeful, it's going to be interesting. It's going to provide value, and like I'm going to be the hero of my story. Let's say I don't work tomorrow. I'm just going to sleep the whole day. I'm going to waste one day of my life. So this Japanese concept called ikigai, this hit me really hard. It's got nothing to do with like waking up and working, but it's got something to do with why people are happy. What makes people live longer? There was a survey which was made when they found that people who live longer, who has the longest lifespan, are from a country called Japan. And one thing about this company, this is the most unfortunate country in the world, which is called Japan, where it has got all the problems. It has got earthquakes, it's got tsunami, it has got nuclear blast, it's got like man-made nuclear blast. Like everything was there. It was really disturbed. The country was like shattered like multiple times, and still Japanese technology is one of the best technology, and like people rely on Japanese technology. We don't buy products from China, but we are happy to buy products from Japan. Like there's one bike which is like really performing well. It's got the 100cc engine. It's called RX 100 from Yamaha. It's from Japan. It's a Japanese technology. We still like are crazy about the bike. It's a two-stroke bike, and still it's got a great output. It's got a great pickup. Then there's this one more bike which is very commercial. It's got the highest mileage till date. It's Splendor, and it's from a Japanese company. And you look for Hyundai and like much more companies, like they are from Japan. Like what this Japanese people has got? Like I was really curious to know. And when I was looking into what they consume, I got to know about this one concept called as FLO, flow. Flow is basically when in the morning session I spoke about flow. Let's say I'm talking to you. If I'm really not passionate, if I don't have the flow, I'd be like watching my clock. Oh, it's time. I have to complete. Okay, it's time. It's late. It's getting late. Oh my god, that's not how a flow works. A flow is like when I start talking, I just sit, I just talk. I don't mind how much time it's gonna take. I don't mind how long it's gonna take. I don't mind is it gonna take time. I'm gonna be enjoying doing that. I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be like forgetting to look into my mobile. I'm gonna like okay, did I get a text message? I don't do any of it. I'm gonna be like only doing that work because wow, I'm in love with what I'm doing, and it takes me into it fully. Let's say you start sketching something, you're really passionate, you're in the flow, you'll forget everything else. You're fully into it. That is the concept of flow. Now I want you to think about what gives you the flow in life. When that question was asked to me, I found out that public speaking was one thing, and like training people, talking to people, like basically engaging with people, like empowering them, like talking to them, giving information, telling stories. This is what like makes me happy and makes me really excited about life. That's one thing. But this is not like easy for everyone to find. So there was this one hack which is called as the purpose of life, as I told, ikigai has got like 4 questionnaires which you fill to find your purpose of life. When you find your purpose of life, before itself, like you have to find your flow. To find your flow, you can start with 2 questions. The first question is what you love doing. You have something in your mind which you love doing, right? That's called what you love doing. You find what you love doing, make a list of it. Then you find what you're good at doing. It can either be after you find what you're good at, I mean, what you love doing, you can ask a question whether I'm good at it. Let's say I love eating, I love cooking, but if I cook, no one eats because I'm not good at it. Okay, my sister cooks, she loves to cook actually, she loves to cook. But when she cooks, I try to skip going my home because she makes purple color kesari. She makes green color, orange color. She makes in all the colors. Like I'm really scared today. What color is gonna be the kesari served to me? Is she gonna make some kind of sweet? It's gonna be really sour. Sometimes it's gonna be salty also because that's how good a cook she is. Okay, So she's going to be angry for me telling this example. But when it comes to like what you're good at doing, you should really be good at doing it. Not just tell that you're good at it, but you have to really be good at it. So that's what I say when I'm saying what you're good at doing. You what you love doing, then what you're good at doing. When you combine this both, it's called as passion. I love doing this and I'm good at it. That's called passion. I'm good at something, you find it or you build it, it's in your hand. Let's say for some people some things come naturally, you just become a natural speaker. But for some people like me, it's not natural. Like the person has to go through a lot to become what he has to become or what he's willing to become. If you want to be a great speaker, it's not by talent or luck, it's because only by practice. Okay, now what you love doing, what you're good at doing. The third point is what you get paid for. Because without salary or without money, we can't do anything, right? We can't do everything for free. Then let's say I'm going to do my work for free because I love it, I am good at it. Come on, how am I going to feed myself? How am I going to take care of my expenses? I have a lot of expenses, right? How am I going to do it? Because that comes only with money. And whatever you're doing should give you yield you money. So first question is what you're good at doing. Second question is what you love doing. Then the third question is does it make money or like can you make money out of it. And the final question is does the world require it, is there a requirement for it. Let's say there's a person who loves to like hunt hunt birds for no reason, for some sadistic pleasure. And this guy, when he takes a gun and aims at a bird, the bird is dead because this guy like shoots very perfectly, and he makes money out of it because like people love to collect the birds. But does the world need it? Because like if it's going to kill all the birds, at some point there's going to be no bird. Every birds will go away. I, excuse me. So that's what I found. So if this guy has to like do this more and more, there are going to be no birds hereafter because what he does is not required to the world. When I talk about world, I'm not talking about people, I'm talking about the world. Okay, let's say I'm making nuclear power reactors which can produce a huge amount of energy, but it's gonna cause destruction for the world, not to the mankind, but to the nature. You are not supposed to do it because we are creatures who are living along with nature, alongside with nature. Okay, you may ask me, sir, we started with entrepreneurship, you're talking about ikigai, and what's the relation between it? Just think about it. You do something which you don't love because just to get money. At some point, you want to run away from it, and that's not what life is all about. Life is not about point A to point B. It's about the journey between point A to point B. We are born, we are dead. That's not life. So, if you ask me, if one destination is gonna make you happy, then the last destination of everyone's life is death. Does it make you happy? No. The journey, the long side of living till death, you go through a lot of happiness, a lot of sorrows, worries, failures, misfortunes. But the journey is really beautiful. Without sun, there is no moon. Without darkness, there is no daylight. Because let's say it's gonna be like fully, it's gonna be a full day, like 24 hours sun is gonna be there. You're gonna enjoy it definitely. We love sunsets and sunrises more than like when sun is on the zenith, when sun is like on a top of the head, because we don't even love that. We don't even love the summer season, but we love winter. Okay, because at the same time we can't always be in the winter. We want summer also. So there should be equal things. So as an entrepreneur, you have to come up with finding your purpose of life, what you're really passionate about, what you can do, which you don't get bored only. You can do it forever. You can forever do it. I will not get bored. I will do it forever. For example, when I start talking, I won't even look into the clock. I'll just talk only. At some point in time, it's gonna be like more than the time given to me, and they're gonna scold me. So like I keep that in mind, and I keep an alarm. I'm noting my track of time. Okay, now I have to wind up. So like I start winding up because like only when you're doing something which you are really passionate, you'll do it forever. Okay, so find what you love. To find what you love, you have to do a lot of things. You have to try different things. I generally ask this question when someone says, I found my passion, sir. At a very young age, they say, I found my passion. I'll ask them, what's your favorite cake? A very small question. The person would say, like a few different flavors. So my question would be, there are like 100 plus flavors, but you have eaten only like 5 to 6 flavors. Among the 5 to 6, you have chose one, and you say it's your passion. Have you tried this so and so flavor? They'll say no. Then you haven't really tried everything. Then you can ask me, is it possible for me to like try everything and find my passion? Guys, that's what life is all about. You have to find a hack which works for you best to find what is going to work for you. Let's say when I'm going to shortlist the flavors which I have to taste and get the cake, which choose a best flavor of the cake, like I can narrow down by slotting it in different slots. For example, there may be some artificial ingredients which are not even available. I can cut that off. I don't like the flower smell. I don't want a flower essenced cakes. I can cut that off. I don't want fruits which has got a very sour or citrus flavors. I cut it off. I don't want fruits which has got like very buttery flavor. I'll cut it off. So now I narrow down and I come up with like let's say I love red velvet, because after narrowing down every choices and after tasting a few things from each, I found that these tastes are not required for me. Let's say I'm not gonna taste like pineapple, or like I don't want like orange flavor. So all this can be removed and you have something left, and with that you choose something. Because like when I say entrepreneurship, like when you talk about entrepreneurship, people just see one thing and they start get into it and they only do that. They only focus on that and only do that. Only that is going to be there in their life. Okay, that made me really wonder whether like we should only pursue that. No, you have to come up with different choices and you have to find the best among that, because you can't settle in life just with whatever you get. Okay, you are built in such a way that you can fight for something and you can get something better. That's what is the freedom which you get on being a person who's fully into action. Because like in the last session I would have ended up with the telling about, it's not just about planning, it's not about thinking or learning, it's about action. Action is more valuable. Okay, because like fortune favors the brave. A brave person acts very quickly. If you want to get really lucky, you increase your odds of failure. You increase the odds of like getting into something and doing it repeatedly. You do it over and over and over and over again. And now what happens, like you've done it like many times, that now when you're doing it, you're gonna be like doing it really well. Okay, and when that is the case, like you know which is right and which is not right for you. So I would ask you to take action, work on something, build something. Don't just sit simply. Because when you sit simply and you get habitual to it, you can't start working again. Because comfort zone is a very comfortable place. People can't get out of comfort zone. If you're not in comfort zone now, well and good for you. Put yourself through struggles and put yourself to like learn a lot of new things, try different things. That's how you can become an entrepreneur, and you're in the right place to do all this. Because like the college timing itself is really designed in such a way that you can also have time for your life and your career to build into a better person. So it's a really great thing for you to focus on. And everyone's got a laptop, everyone's got a mobile phone, everyone's got like internet connection. You have a good, if you can build your communication skills and your like convincing skills, you can start your business and like start with sales. Then you can also have do digital marketing because you have your required accessories with you. Even without laptop, just with your phone you can start making content and you can become a content creator. See, actually now, I mean, I was in a break for almost like 2 years. I didn't create content because I am a person who focuses only on one thing. And now, because I'm into business, I know the hack to focus on multiple things is by like delegating each work to one exclusive person so that I can focus on multiple things right now. So, like, I'm trying to get back on creating content again. So, I'm looking for interns who can come, who can help me record videos and edit videos. So, my work would be like I come for a day, like let's say a Sunday, I talk for like 3 to 4 hours straight, or like at least for 2 hours. Then after a break, I do for 2 more hours. We have 4 hours of content which can be edited and split into shorts, reels, then like quality content, and there will be the people who are editing it and posting it. Now I am the valuable resource which is giving the content, and they are the valuable resource who is editing it and making it into viewable content. Now, because of the collaboration of two different talents, the business is evolving. Content creation is a business today. You become an influencer, you build in like an audience, and you give them a product and you sell it to them. That's also a business, but that's not entrepreneurship. It's not creative anyway. But as an influencer, as a self-employed person, you can definitely do it as a business also. With that being told, guys, like I'd be really happy to answer your questions, something with related to entrepreneurship, and I would strongly wish you to like go and watch the morning sessions video, because since the same topic, but I've given two different points of view, two different, I mean, not different points of view, like the extension of the first video, because I don't want to repeat the same, because it's going to be on YouTube, and definitely our students will be watching it first and second separately. So I don't want to like see the same topic again, the same topic, but the continuity is given here, and even separate videos is good, but there you've given some more ideas which you can definitely make use of. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer, and we can definitely wind up. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable guidance. And from the student's point of view, there's a question. Without property or investment, how to be an entrepreneur balancing the loan and salary to employees?
So this is always a challenge for everyone, not just an entrepreneur, also for business. So, I mean, I started my business by bootstrapping. There's something called bootstrap. Bootstrap is basically without any investment you start it. So when I started my business, I was going to a college. I gave a free program. After the free program, they accepted to do a paid program because I didn't put any investment. So only thing I could offer was my time and my energy and my resource. So I made myself more valuable, that when I gave my service, they were really happy about it. With that feedback, I got a program. With that program, I got much more programs, and it was going as a flow. But at one point of time, I was the only person working on both sales and marketing, and I was also the only person who was working on training. So I decided to hire people. When I hired people and gave it to them, the two challenges which I was facing, the one thing was giving them salary. Okay, giving salary on time, not giving salary, because giving salary was like, it's not difficult, it's very easy. You pay them like 15-20,000 per month. But giving it on time is a challenge, because like the companies and the colleges which we work with, they give the payment only after like 1 month. So for that month, maybe there is no program. For the next month, I have to pay them. That will be really a challenge. And whenever the income comes, like we spend on different investments. Recently, like the company was into private limited, which cost me more than a lakh, because not just for that, even for the compliance, and there's a lot of expenses. Then we moved to a new office, which was costing me more than like 7 to 8 lakhs, because like for the infrastructure and other things. And it was a big thing for me. Like all the savings were gone into it. So I mean, I am a person who didn't believe in loans, but as an entrepreneur, definitely you have to get loans to like scale the company into a bigger thing. And for this, my suggestion would be like, if you're gonna take loans, make sure you don't take it and you don't spend it on everything you need. You have to like spend for only thing which is really urgent and required. Yeah, one thing is like the expense of your employees, that means salary expenses are something really important, and marketing expenses something which is important, which can't be negotiated. Apart from that, like putting in a lot of interior designs, or like making your office more appealing, for that if you're going to invest a lot, that's waste of money, which I previously did in my old office, which is not there anymore. Like I spent like almost 2.5 lakhs to renovate it. Within like 4 months, I had to shift it and come to the new office. So everything which I did was wasted there. Okay. So as an entrepreneur, the money you spend should be really thrifty. You can spend very less on yourself in the initial days. You don't spend anything on you. You have to like make sure the money management is done very perfectly. And if you don't have investment, you can bootstrap and start the business. Once you start the business, once you make revenue, people are willing to give you loans. Even like investor will be willing to give you funds, seed fund, or like angel investor would be giving you grants to start with. But the point is, once you start, you get the money, make sure you are very thrifty about spending things which are not for things which are not really required, and spend only for things which are required, like the employee salary and the rental expense, things which are non negotiable. When you focus on spending only on that, definitely you'll be able to scale into a bigger company. And once your income is more, like you make more and more and more income, you don't think about expense. So that can be the mindset which you can build in the later part, but initially don't go with that mindset. Start with being thrifty. That would be my suggestion.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving your ideas for our future generation. Really, it's very useful and very interesting. So, thanks. First of all, I would like to thank our president, thank to VC, registrar, all executives, deans, HODs, and all staff, and a special thanks to our speaker, Mr. Lavan Loksh Barani. I hope your ideas and opinions will inspire and guide the students as they plan their future activities, sir. Thank you, students. Thank you for attending the section. Feedback and attendance will be posted in the chat box. Kindly all of you fill. Thank you all.